Catus, Maximus here, this time with another adjustable Crescent wrench. All brands that I haven't done reviews on their particular wrenches before. I've just been collecting these up. This is a Ridgid 708, forged in the USA. And what I was noticing is the WF, so right here, I believe this was Western Forge. Western Forge is, I believe, one of the largest of the contract tool manufacturers in the United States. They made most of Craftsman's tools. I believe they're out of business now. Ridgid, as we all know from Home Depot, is actually a company that was founded making pipe equipment. Things like pipe threaders, pipe benders, that type of stuff. Originally the Ridge Tool Company. And then they did a branding deal where Home Depot gets to use the Ridgid name on a variety of products, power tools, etc. But anything that's a traditional plumbing tool, like a threading machine, etc., is still, I believe, made in the United States and is part of the original Ridgid brand. So it's something that they did with Home Depot to try to basically save their company. This old Western Forge one, I really like the satin finish. This one has an especially tight jaw. Really nice and tight there. Go to the extents. You can tell the quality of an adjustable wrench. Still pretty tight, even when it's hanging out way out there. The reason that's a good test is that it shows the parallelism of the grinding of this flat here versus the broaching that goes all the way through the wrench. Many wrenches will get real loose when you open them all the way up. We can see that the broaching is really nice and centered, and I consider that on par with like my gold standard Jamestown Crescents or even my Proto here. This is only an 8-inch, it's a smaller one, and I think it's not bad. I think the one thing to really mention is it's a little bit different where these jaws are a little bit narrower here. If we look, even though this is a bigger wrench proportionally to the Proto, we can see how these jaws really, on the Proto, there's a lot of extra meat there. Same thing on the Crescent. And so I suppose Ridgid or Western Forge chose this a little bit different design just to maybe help improve access. Otherwise, not a lot else to say about it. Of course, it does have buttress threads flat on one side, angled on the back side to make them a little bit thicker. You do pull towards the movable jaw because you want the pressure to be actually at the top of the movable jaw, so it's prying out. Essentially, that's the force, is trying to pry it out. Because if you do it the other direction, when it's pressing on the bottom of the movable jaw, then it puts a lot of pressure on the teeth and the thumb screw. And so there is actually a direction. It's towards the moving jaw. Most people don't pay attention to it, but I do like to mention it in all these videos. Anyway, this was just continuing on in my little series about adjustable hand wrenches. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody who's been watching and subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Till next time, Catus, Maximus out.